It's the final home match of the regular season for the San Diego Loyal, the last guaranteed appearance of the franchise at Torero Stadium. Tonight, a sold-out crowd hoping their side can notch a victory, run it back at least one more time, get in the playoffs. Tonight, we welcome you to a celebration 4 years in the making for the San Diego Loyal. Just 2 matches left overall in the regular season. This is the final guaranteed one at home in franchise history. With 2 matches left, San Diego needs 3 points to clinch a home playoff berth and come back here to Torero Stadium. Oakland as well, looking for a postseason position. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Jack Cronin, Amani Walker, our entire 4-year broadcast crew be with you tonight. We're brought to you by Palomar Health. And our standings out in the Western Conference with a ton of teams still alive, brought to you by Symbiotica, the official wellness partner of San Diego Loyal. As a San Diego-based supplement company, Symbiotica wants to positively impact its community because to them, San Diego isn't just their headquarters, it's their home. Symbiotica, live with intention. Well, Amani, it's been a nice run for San Diego, and in particular for Ronaldo Damos, who had a hat trick last time out. 4th in the Western Conference coming into tonight.
Yeah, and you know, I always say about anybody, you know, playing the game, all forwards, goals come in bunches, and that came for Ronaldo Damas last week. But Loyal in general has been coming in bunches. Last win, 2 wins, and the draw to El Paso last week. They're in a prime position to get that home playoff game and push them into a playoff position.
They only need just 3 points in their last 2 matches. Could come here tonight. Speaking of Damos, he is our player to watch, brought to you by SDG&E.
Yeah, and set 3 terrific goals last week, and that's exactly what you want as a forward going into the playoffs, scoring a bag of goals, having all that confidence to lead you into a championship position.
Starting lineups are brought to you by Rady Children's Hospital, and for San Diego here as they rotate all the way through this season, 34 matches, they put on another great one for Nate Miller.
Yeah, and I think this is probably the best lineup that they're going to have. You know, maybe Guido coming in, Mushaban coming in, helping, but that's the most balanced lineup they've had this year, and it's really propelled them to get to the position that they're in today.
Conway and Damos up top each have 10 goals for San Diego. Now, Oakland, who's had San Diego's number here, they have not lost them since the very first meeting overall, but they are looking for their first win since August 23rd.
Yeah, and they're just coming to a run of bad luck, you know, and I think a lot of their issues are kind of self-inflicted. You know, giving the ball away in bad positions, you know, counterattacks and set pieces and everything, but they still have a chance to get into the dance.
Oakland coming to San Diego for the first time since a playoff victory here a season ago, trying to snap their winless streak as they look for a postseason berth. We are looking at the starting lineup for Oakland, brought to you by Rady Children's Hospital. And up top, Rodriguez and Pelaez, a couple of goal scorers as well.
Yeah, deadly when they get the opportunity, and it's just about their opportunities. They might only get 1 or 2 tonight, but if they take advantage of it, they're going to put the Loyal in a world of hurt.
Johnny Rodriguez, 12 goals, and Mar Pelaez with 7 for Oakland as they come into San Diego here, having won 5 and drawn 2 in their last 7 matches. A great one in store for you, the final guaranteed home match in for San Diego is on the way next from Torero Stadium on ESPN+.
When it comes to our familia, we all have our own flavor and expression. Some are bold. Others are complex. Some are, well, a little spicy. But at Tequila de Corralejo, we believe sharing our individuality is what makes gathering together so fun. Here's to those who stand tall and share their passion. Salud.
Each day, I commit to strive and to lift, knowing hardships will come, but I will persist like the sun, rising, though knowing it sets. I will rise and win the day. My day. Symbiotica. Win your day.
San Diego and Oakland tonight. It's the final guaranteed home match in the 4 years the San Diego Loyal here at Torero Stadium. Jack Cronin and Amani Walker with you tonight. It was March 7th of 2020 that this franchise played their very first game. It was at home, and it was against Las Vegas, and it started what has been a great 4-year run.
It's been incredible, and I'm so proud to be just a small part of what Andrew Vasiliadis and his group had brought to San Diego. Being from San Diego myself, grew up here in Linda Vista, right where Torero Stadium is. It was such a wonderful night. As you see Charlie's goal there, first ever goal for the San Diego Loyal. It's only fitting that he's still here and captain and rocking everything. And I'm just so proud of everything that they've done and achieved and done for San Diego. And I know this stadium's going to be rocking tonight once again.
It's a sold-out crowd. 3 points for San Diego guarantees them a return trip right here to this pitch. In one of their final 2 matches, it could be tonight. But Oakland has designs as well of getting to the playoffs, where last year they beat San Diego on this field, and where they've had the Loyals number. The last 7 times out has been 5 wins and 2 draws for Oakland against San Diego, dating all the way back the very first season in 2021. Oakland coming in 8th place in the Western Conference. 42 points here tonight. San Diego's 4th. They're already in the postseason. The question now is, will they host as one of the top 4 in the Western Conference? And that's the goal right now of this club. An early foul as Ronaldo, coming off his hat trick, his USL Team and Player of the Week honors last time around. Our keys to the contest are brought to you by the San Diego County Toyota dealers for San Diego and Oakland.
Yeah, and it's pretty simple for the Loyal. They're in already. They know they're playing in the playoffs. They're going to get another game after next week. It's just managing the emotions of the night. They're going to feel, incredibly motivated and proud, but it's so they don't get ahead of themselves and try to do something that they're not ready to do. Control the game, control their emotions. And on the flip side, Oakland has to manage set pieces. Right? So they know San Diego's going to be coming out, fighting for their home playoff game. The franchise is going to be, done after this year. Well, Oakland's still trying to get into the playoffs themselves, right? So how can they take their time on every set piece, calm the game down, and then take advantage when they do get it into dangerous areas?
Those are our keys to the contest. Our injury report is brought to you by Synergy Orthopedics. And for San Diego, there's quite the list of players who are not available. In addition to Duran Ferree, who's on youth national team duty, Ebia Cohn, Jackson Simba, Elliot Collier, Elijah Martin, all unavailable for San Diego in this one. Inak Mushagalusa as well for Loyal. So plenty of players are out. Their full 18 available are in today's roster.
Yeah, I mean, and there's some big names that are unavailable, but the depth of this squad has shown all throughout the year. Yeah. And, so I'm sure Nate Miller's not too worried that they're missing out on Simba and Martin when they have Guzman and Stoney and everybody else in the back that can take care of the job for them.
Nate Miller's done a great job of rotating this entire season, playing all 34 matches. This is 33 of 34 tonight for San Diego. Our injury report brought to you by Synergy Orthopedics. And San Diego's been building toward these kind of moments. Final home game in franchise history, the regular season. Final road game will be next week in Las Vegas. Already having clinched a playoff spot with 51 points in the Western Conference.
I just want to go back to Duran Ferree because I coached him with the Loyal Select the last 2-3 years now, and he's an incredible kid, person, and I'm so happy of all the good things that are happening to him. I wish him nothing but the best with the national team as they go through their camp and then they make their way to the World Cup. I think it's next year. Yeah, he's incredible, so I wish him nothing but the best.
I mean, think about guys like Duran Ferree and Xavi who've signed off that select team to the full senior squad here. Faree, youngest player with a shutout in USL history. Nalati, 2 goals to get game-winning goals.
Yes. Yeah.
Those are incredible moments.
Incredible moments for San Diego, right?
Yeah.
They're San Diego boys coming through the system and showing, what you can do, with just a little bit of perseverance and the right environment to allow you to thrive. Xavi started pretty much at 14, 15 with the Loyal Select. It seems like so long ago. Duran as well. And so now they're doing wonderful, wonderful things, and I can't wait to see what the future has in store for them after this year.
Well, we showed you Charlie Adams' first goal in a Loyal jersey. It was the first for the franchise, and he's been the captain now for the longest period of time for San Diego these 4 years.
He fully deserved. Just an incredible man. Since the beginning, he's just been so gracious and humble and fierce and competitive, and really wanted to win and do well for the city. So he deserves not only the captaincy, but Oakland's going here on a little counterattack.
And this is how Roots have scored against San Diego in the past. They put 3 goals in the playoffs the last time they were on this field, and Bali has to play it out for a corner.
Yeah, just kind of save the day and wait for this next set piece. But this is, again, as the big boys come up, Abir and Clemente come up from the back. This is where Oakland can really hurt the Loyal.
Emmer Clemente, former San Diego Loyal member, the captain tonight for Oakland. They play it short, and then we'll feed it into those targets. It falls back and is just volleyed wide.
Almost went out for a throw, and I think it found. Oh, it did go out for a throw. Yeah, it did go out for a throw. That's a big center back there on the volley. Doesn't always come off, but that's what we're talking about. How dangerous was this set piece? Ball, people flying around, open volley from not even 12 yards out. That goes wide, but Loyal just has to stay mentally focused and involved every chance that Oakland has from a set piece.
Trying to clear here. Oakland with the pressure early on in the 6th minute. Good cutback and cross. And the whistle goes the other way.
Yeah, foul in the end.
Well, Monty, we're getting a chance to hear from everybody's been kind of a part of this broadcast the last 4 years, which has been really a family type atmosphere. For you, I go back, you and I were sitting around that card table with no carpet on the floors.
Yes,
we're a season before any games have even been played, looking at the future of this team. And so when you look back 4 years, what do you think about?
I'm so incredibly proud of everything that they've done here. Colin Martin goes a couple bodies down. It'll be Loyal's ball in the end. But when I just think about how great it's been, right? How proud I am of everything that's come. I told Warren and Andrew years ago that this was the best front office I'd ever seen at a lower level team, and I've been and seen a lot of them. And just the passion that they had, not only for San Diego but for their players and for wanting to get this right. And I think they really, really have. You drive around San Diego and see how many stickers and sweatshirts and hats, and the logo's so cool and unique, and the colors are its own, and they really embraced every zip code that we've had in San Diego. It's been wonderful to be a part of and to see, and it's just unfortunate that it's going to end here, but hopefully this momentum and just soccer in San Diego continues to grow into something that is our own. And we can be extremely proud of what they built here these last 4 years.
There's a tribute video for Andrew Vasiliadis, was played just before kickoff here today as he held the coin toss.
I thought somebody was cutting onions up here when I was watching that video. My goodness.
Everybody putting this thing together for the last 4 years. And there's been some incredible on-field moments. We mentioned some of them. Getting to the playoffs now for a 3rd straight year for San Diego. But Amani, too, you were here during these pandemic games when there was nobody in the stadium, empty stadiums. They played through all that, kept the franchise together through that. And then at the end of the 2020 season, Shannon McMillan and I are on the air, Monty, and you were the one who comes up to us and explains what is happening in that Colin Martin contest.
It was wild, yeah.
And that's the defining moment of this franchise.
And you know, we're kind of talking off air about it, but it's just kind of the ethos of this club. Just, I mean, it sounds so cheesy to say, but they are loyal to each other, right? This is a family club. It is a man who lived here, grew up here in San Diego, and wanted to do right by, you know, the city, but they do right by each other, right? They created the Black Lives Matter shirt, you know, right in the thick of George Floyd's murder and everything, and they felt like they needed to be on the right side of history always. And so, the incident that happened in September 2020, where they walked off the field with a chance to make the playoffs, they could have been 4 for 4. They win that game. I think they made it to the playoffs, against a very good Phoenix team, taking nothing away from them. But it just showed who they were, and that, not only garnered national attention, international attention, whatever, but it truly showed their colors of, we are here for each other. We are a family. We are on the right side of history always. And it's beautiful to see. And, Colin's still here, right? And Charlie's still here. Elijah's still such people who are such big impacts, not only in that game, but that season, because they want to be loyal to San Diego. They want to be loyal to this team and to the people who took care of them. And still a wild night. I don't think I'll ever see anything like that again. But the fact that it happened here, and the lawyer can say that they were in the right, you can never take that away from them.
It's part of this franchise history here, a defining moment for San Diego, September of 2020. And Mike's absolutely right. They were in a playoff position. Loyola were leading that game in a playoff position. Could have gone 4 for 4 in the playoffs. Instead, took the stand. And Colin Martin is one of 7 players that have been here for 4 seasons. He was here on day 1. He was injured in that first match where Grant Stoneman and Charlie Adams and
it was Elijah, I believe?
Elijah Martin are in the starting 11. Tumi Moshaban comes off the bench in that contest. So those guys are still here for San Diego. Stoneman, Martin, Adams, Moshaban.
Hackworth, I believe.
Yep.
Guido
was there the first season.
Yeah.
There's 7 guys who are part of this. Colin Martin is one of them. For San Diego, been here for all 4 years. It's incredible.
I've been part of lower level soccer, let's just say, Division II and Division III for since I got drafted in 2011, right? And I don't know if I've ever seen 7 carry over for 4 years the way that this has, and especially not from an expansion franchise, something that was brand new. You only see that at Tampa Bay Rowdies or even Phoenix, somewhere that have a little bit of longevity, Orange County, but 7, for an expansion franchise, they must be doing something right here. They have to be.
And that's what's been built here for these 4 seasons. We're on to the 12th minute here. San Diego has built a little bit of pressure up after Oakland got an early chance. Now into the box. Ronaldo off his hat trick. Far from a nice cross by Camden Riley. And now Oakland has a chance for a counter here, especially with how far Coque Vegas is able to play off the ball. This will go out for a throw-in. That's Carlos Guzman.
That's a fantastic tackle by Guzman. Truly a goal-saving tackle right there to get that ball and out for a throw-in. I thought Coque Vegas was going to be out enough to be able to take that ball, but he chose to go back into his net. I mean, Guzman just did everything he could there just to get that ball out. That's incredible there. Defending, just brave.
So Guzman plays it out. San Diego and Oakland scoreless into the 13th minute of play. Oakland has not won since August 23rd, but they also haven't lost to San Diego since the very first meeting between these 2 clubs 3 years ago.
Wow.
That includes a playoff victory here on this field nearly a year ago from where we are right now. Thrown into the 18 and volleyed in. It's an early strike from Oakland. It comes off a long throw-in, and Brian Tamakis has put Oakland up 1-0.
Set pieces, set pieces, set pieces. I mean, it's well, first of all, it's great to see the loyal crowd now rallying around their boys after that goal from Oakland. But it's just a long throw, flick on, and actually a terrific volley. A terrific volley straight out of the air. No bounce from Tamakas. Putting Oakland 1-0 up, and they did what they need to do. Get an early goal. Oakland can now bunker down as long as they need to try and get a result, get themselves out of the 7-game winless streak. But they took care of a set piece. They slowed the game down. It took, probably about 15, 20 seconds before that ball was thrown in. And now they're up 1-0. They have a chance as they push into the playoffs and to spoil the Loyals' night. Just all about how they can respond to Loyal and how much the 12th man of the stadium can keep them going and motivated throughout the rest of this first half.
It is a sold-out crowd here tonight, as it was in the second-to-last home match for San Diego. This final guaranteed appearance at Torero Stadium. San Diego needing 3 points in their final 2 matches to guarantee. There could be other results that do go their way, but at least to control their own destiny toward a home match. And now they're behind 1-0. Corona trying to come back to it. This is how Oakland attacked San Diego in the playoffs last year. Same formula.
Just
Cedinho.
Counter-attacking football, that's all it is. The throw-in came from Guzman, but it was a counterattack that got them to that point and then took care of that set piece. Just how quickly can they hit San Diego on the break is how effective they're going to be the whole night.
They were able to do it to San Diego in that 3-0 victory in the postseason a year ago. Oakland has gone 5-1-2 against Loyal in their 3-year existence. 5-1-2 in favor of Roots. Wesley are going back the other way. So an early strike. So, like you said, what does San Diego now need to do to feed off this energy and get back in it?
Oh, I think they need to not play quite into Oakland's game of, trying to go too fast and leave them too big on the break. Possess the ball in high areas, dangerous areas. I mean, they have Colin Martin, they have Joe Corona, and they have Charlie Adams who can do that, who can possess the ball in their offensive third and not be too rushed when they're going forward. Ronaldo's incredible, Conway's incredible, but you don't need to play it into them that quickly, right? So keep that ball a little bit longer, break the Oakland Roots down, and they should be able to get at least 2 more, maybe 3 more opportunities in this next 30 minutes before the half is done.
Well, Monty Walker, it's been a pleasure working with you here. We will obviously, in the soccer community, be right back at it. Evan Conway takes the top of the 18. But it's been incredible here these last 4 years, going back to those early meetings.
Man, appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
You've been our rock. You know that, right? You talk about a broadcast family. Hey. You have been the rock that has kept us together the entire time. You have been incredible. I wish you nothing but the best. I'm so happy I got to work with you for these few games that we did this year. But you keep it up, and there's big things for you to come, man.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah,
thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. I'll jump off.
All right,
we got
so
Jordan
we're
next.
We're rotating them through. Monty Walker starting off our broadcast here. Oakland, by the way, leading it 1-0 as we welcome in the host of the Always Loyal podcast. This one faded in. It's going to be Joe Corona to even things up right at the 17th minute. It's Corona off the header. What a piece. Right back in it.
San Diego's own Joe Corona finishing, equalizing. This place is electric right now, Jack Cronin. There's been a buzz all night, but it just elevated a few levels with that goal.
Jordan Caruth, welcome into that. This is Joe Corona here, taking the feed. Blake Bodley out wide, and it's Corona.
We've seen Bodley do this throughout this season. Out wide, out left. Cross comes in. It's perfect. Corona on the other side. San Diego's own. What a beautiful finish it was from Corona.
The former member of the U.S. men's national team who signed for his hometown club. The Sweetwater High CIF Player of the Year. San Diego State national team, and now Loyal, and it's Joe Corona, Jordan Caruth, who equalizes in the 17th.
So what we've seen lately from Joe Corona is someone who's been assisting a lot for Ronaldo Damus. We've seen that connection really pick up late in the season. Corona's been very involved lately for San Diego. A lot of good from Joe Corona. We've seen goals this year. We don't always see them from Corona. We see it here. What a moment it was, and it really did electrify Torero Stadium.
And Corona hits probably the most powerful shots of anybody. I know there's some who can really make that claim for San Diego, but Corona hits as powerful a ball as anybody on this roster. What a feed for Bodley. Into the 18, cross for Ronaldo! One more time! Ronaldo makes it 2-1!
Once again, Blake Bodley out left, creating space. A great pass to get it to him. He tracked it down. He had the space. He slips it in, and Ronaldo Damus, we were just talking about him, Jack Cronin, finds it, puts it away. Just like that, a blink of an eye. Loyal have 2 goals. They have the lead. And if you thought this place was electric 2 minutes ago, listen to it right now.
That's 3 goals in 3 minutes. What a response from San Diego. It's Bodley again, looking for his 2nd assist in a row, and he's got it. And Damus finishes it off.
I don't think it will be the last time we see Blake Bodley with the ball out wide, out left, looking to create. We'll see it again a few more times. Will it result in more goals the way it's going? Yes, I think maybe we'll see a few more, but I guess, Jack Cronin, thank you for inviting me onto the broadcast at the right time.
Well, I appreciate, look, you've done everything here as a quadruple threat these last 4 years, Jordan Caruth, including calling the last match where Damus had that hat trick, his 8th, 9th, and 10th of the season. Tonight is number 11, giving him the team lead so far here in 2023.
And out of nowhere, too, for a long part of the season, Evan Conway, Tumi Moshoban for a long time as well. Those were the 2 players that were neck and neck leading the team in goals this entire season. And just out of nowhere, Ronaldo is just piling them on. And this is exactly what we've heard Nate Miller talk about. Ronaldo, we've seen it in the past, especially at the USL level. He really kicks it up a notch at this time of the year. Come playoff time, which we're quickly approaching, that's when he's really electric. If it's anything like this in the postseason for SD Loyal with Ronaldo Damus, look out, because they're going to be a very dangerous team.
Damus was the MVP of the 2021 USL Championship final with Orange County, had 2 goals in the final match and led OC to the championship. That's why he was signed here in San Diego. A hat trick in the last home match, now an 11th on the season tonight. And in 3 minutes, this game has gone one way and then completely the opposite. Here's another one of these set pieces for Oakland, and Vegas just has to punch it away.
Good job from Vegas, was able to scoop it, got underneath it, able to clear.
Not done yet. Luis Guzman has been great here tonight so far. Still alive in the 18. Oakland again firing away. That was close. It's going to be a corner.
Torero is absolutely electric right now. Going back to Joe Corona, Ronaldo Damus, 2 players that were teammates last year playing in Sweden together. We've seen them with a connection. We've seen Corona set up Ronaldo Damus. Clearly not the case so far tonight. We see Corona with the first goal, Damus with the second. But those are 2 guys that have been playing with each other for a while now, and it's carried over here to San Diego.
Here's another of these dangerous set pieces for Oakland. Damus trying to clear now. And he's tripped up on the far side. It will be for San Diego a restart. So there he does on the defensive end.
So much energy inside this stadium right now. The fans absolutely enjoying the moment, soaking it all in. And I'm sure you've talked about the history between these 2 clubs tonight on the broadcast, Jack. It has not gone San Diego's way lately, but I will say at the USL level, there's so much change year to year. we haven't seen the Ronaldo Damus SD Loyal go up against Oakland these last 8 times and not come away with a victory. This is a different SD Loyal squad. Yes, you can talk about the recent performances with this head-to-head matchup, but at this level, teams are always so different year in and year out, so it does kind of create that opportunity to reset and see if things can actually change. San Diego, if they can keep performing this way, are going to be very happy with the result.
It's a fair point, given that neither Joe Corona nor Ronaldo Damus were on the team when San Diego fell to Oakland in the postseason a year ago. Evan Conway with his 10 goals on the year. Out for Carlos Guzman. Jack Cronin, Jordan Caruth with you here. Jordan, the host of the Always Loyal podcast, formerly of Matchday Live with Darren Smith, who's also going to join us here in a second as we celebrate the last 4 years. And also calling our broadcast as both an analyst and a play-by-play announcer here the last 4 seasons for San Diego. Jordan, when you look back these 4 years, what do you think about?
A lot of different things. I think about the players. I think about March 7th, 2020. I think about the supporters. I think about Torero Stadium. I think about all the players that have come through San Diego Loyal, and not just the players that are on the team here this season, the players that came through before. You have guys like Rubio Rubin, who we talked about, guys like Miguel Berry, Jack Blake, others that have come through. It's been a lot of fun to watch a lot of players grow and go to the next level, thanks to San Diego.
Riley trying to swing, no one in! One more time! Ronaldo again! What a barrage for San Diego!
Absolutely electric inside Torero. Once again, we see Ronaldo. He can't stop scoring. It's all he's been doing lately for Loyal. We've seen 3 goals in the last 10 minutes. And they really are putting on a show at this point. People show up tonight. It's a sold-out stadium. The energy has been there from the very beginning. They're putting on a show for the fans who are here inside Torero tonight. And the supporters are responding. This place has definitely helped motivate the Loyal squad. There's no doubt about that. They can feel the energy. Jack, even after the first goal, when Oakland scored, you could hear it from the crowd. They wanted to get San Diego right back into it. That's exactly what they did. They inspired them. San Diego has responded with 3 goals in 10 minutes.
Damus with his 12 goals just this season is now second all-time in the single-season rankings for San Diego, and quickly moving up the all-time list as well. He's 5th all-time and second in the single-season list.
He's done a lot in the limited time that he's been here in San Diego. And again, if this is the time of year where he's at his best, he is an amazing player to watch in the playoffs. He's going to be a game changer come playoff time. It's potentially... It's setting up the way it's going. It's setting up for more electric opportunities at Torero Stadium in the future.
And Jordan, you and Darren are going to have the Always Loyal podcast going through these matches for San Diego. Going to Vegas next week, the final road contest, and obviously into the playoffs, wherever that is. San Diego is hoping that's right here at Torero Stadium.
Right, and as you've mentioned tonight, a win for San Diego Loyal guarantees them that home playoff match. They are into the playoffs already. They know that for sure. But they definitely want to be right back here at Torero Stadium for as long as possible.
Played out. Boy, this reminds me of that, I don't remember exactly when it was that random like 4-3 game late in the 2021 season, I want to say, here at home for San Diego, where they went back and forth against Oakland with a ton of goals right at the end of that match. Here it's in the beginning.
And the last time, you're going back even further than I did, but the last time that we saw Oakland and San Diego was that playoff game.
Yep.
And clearly that went a completely different way for SD Loyal. This has been a very different response from what we saw last postseason.
Okay, so that's a great point. In that match, San Diego went down early and then had 3 red cards. And that was the response. Well, here tonight, they go down early and have come back with 3 goals instead of 3 red cards.
It's a huge difference. It absolutely is. You need the right players, right, to respond in these kind of moments. Not every player responds the way you want when things get a little challenging, when things get difficult. For San Diego tonight, it looked like things could be difficult with that early goal. They respond well, and look at them. 3 goals, 10 minutes, up a few. And if you thought Torero Stadium was having a ton of fun before, I mean, just get ready for the next hour as you see Perez, another player who's been absolutely dynamic for San Diego for several months now, who really came on for this squad. Perez getting the yellow there. It just feels like so much action has happened. We haven't even played 30 minutes yet.
4 goals in something like 7 minutes. An incredible run. Oakland striking first, San Diego coming back with 3, including a pair for Damos. Guzman is down, and so it goes back the other way, Ronaldo.
So part of the challenge for San Diego tonight with Nate Miller is talking to his team, being able to control your emotions. We know it's going to be a big night. We know there's a lot going on. We know the crowd's going to be electric. We know it's a sold-out crowd. We know this could potentially be your final game at Torero Stadium. A lot of this is, can you control your emotions? Can you respond the right way if you go down? I think the conversations that the coaching staff has had, the way they have prepared for this, not just leading up to this one this week, but how they've prepared this whole season, that kind of speaks, their response tonight kind of speaks to what they've been taught for a long period of time now.
Yeah, everything's built for the full 34 matches and then the postseason as well. As San Diego's come to this 4th and final year. Oakland not going anywhere, so with a great run. And well defended by Colin Martin. We cross back in. Falling again, and then Blake Bodley. It's in front. Former San Diego Loyal defender Emma Clemente, who's the captain tonight for Oakland. He had a volley as well. Well, Jordan, we want to say thank you. I mean, obviously, you'll be back with us. You're still on the air with the podcast.
Right.
The Matchday Live, pre- and post-game shows those first 2 seasons. Amazing stuff. The window into the team when we were in the pandemic. Not being able to be here a lot of times. So we say thanks, man. Thanks for being part of it.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you bringing me on for the stretch of time that you did. You picked a really good time of the match to bring me on. I thank you for that. But in all seriousness, Jack Cronin, someone I've known for 15 years and worked together for a very long time. I have so much respect for him, and he means a ton to me. So thank you, Jack Cronin. You've been the voice of SD Loyal for all 4 years. We couldn't have asked for a better person.
Appreciate it,
Have
buddy.
fun the rest of the way. I fully expect Darren Smith to provide 3 goals for you coming
all
up.
right, we'll see what happens here. As your partner from the Always Loyal podcast, Darren Smith joins us here, and I feel the same about Jordan Caruth and Darren Smith, who joins us now from Matchday Live, from the Always Loyal podcast, who has been with us for 4 years. We talked about those meetings with Amani all the way back in 2019, going over what a media side might look like for the San Diego Loyal Club. Well, Darren Smith has been a part of that. Great to see you, buddy.
Good to see you. So this is what the TV booth looks like, huh?
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, this is my first time here. I'm trying to check as many boxes as possible before we call it a night. Hopefully with more to come, but you never know. So this is my first time ever in the TV booth during an actual broadcast. I'm glad we could have figured this out.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a great call. For all the, I don't know how many broadcasts, if you think about it, for 4 years that you have done, 2 each, pre and post, Matchday Live, full broadcast, which probably total longer than a game sometimes,
Right.
Especially those early pandemic broadcasts. And then to go on the podcast and everything else, it's been quite the amount of time for you.
Jack, it's been the experience of a lifetime. I don't say that lightly. I've been in sports media since the 90s, and this has been some of the most rewarding, deeply personal, fulfilling experiences that I've ever had. I do want to say real quick, though, I was sort of hesitant about jumping on here. So Jordan comes in and 3 SD Loyal goals are scored. Are you kidding me? What? I cannot possibly. This is a terrible situation. I'm getting texts from fans who are listening and watching in Missoula, Montana, like, don't do it. Don't go in the booth. So this was a very awkward position. You don't want to screw the winning streak, as they say. And when you see 3 goals scored, you're like, whoa, hold on, time out. But yes, this is amazing. And this is so reminiscent of March 7th in that there's 4 goals scored. I think I've seen 1 of them. Because you're talking to people and catching up with people and taking pictures with people and just you're experiencing what a fantastic night this is in San Diego.
And isn't that part of what these 4 years have been about?
Yep.
The family atmosphere of it?
Absolutely. You know, you see people and people are are bringing their children up to us and saying, you know, my child has never missed a game. And we're talking about, I don't know if Jordan told this story.
Thomas always offside. He's offside, going after a first half hat trick.
So we just had a gentleman come up. He says, my son has been here. His son couldn't be more than 5 years old and has been in the supporter section 109 for every single match in SD Loyal history. And that's the bittersweetness of this all, right? Like, this is such a fantastic night. It's such a great celebration. I feel so you know, honored to have been a part of it. But, you know, there's also the flip side of it, which is, you know, gosh, like, you know, a lot of memories here. There's a lot of fun times.
I think people have embraced that. I saw the tifo that they unveiled here before the match that said, "Bury us with the cup." And that's been the social media and supporter section rallying cry here once the news broke this summer.
And what better could be said? You know, I love that, "Bury us with the cup." Like, this is us. We're done. If we're gonna, this is it for us, then yeah, like, what better way to go out? I gotta say too, like, these players falling behind 1-0 to Oakland. I don't know about you, Jack. I was like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah.
What is it with this club?
That is the response. I mean, again, I had just gotten done talking to Amani about how Oakland had San Diego's number and was doing the exact same things, and this was how they built up and counterattacked and the whole thing. And then they put one in, and you say, okay, this is what Oakland does, right, especially in this series. And yet, San Diego, last time we saw them on this field, 3 red cards in response to those goals. Now it's 3 goals in response to take a 3-1 lead.
And it reminded me a little bit of the playoff game from last year where Oakland got ahead and the place responded, right? The supporters responded and people started making noise, except this time Loyal responded too on the field. The players responded.
Really, really, I mean, just incredible. 4 goals in 7 minutes or whatever it was to start this game combined is ridiculous.
It is. And it's also good to see Ronaldo scoring as he has. I've heard Nate Miller say when he went on that incredible run with Orange County, it was late in the year where he really got hot. So you'll need him.
That's what he was brought here to San Diego to do, and he's turned it on. That's 12 goals now for Ronaldo, 5 in his last 2 home matches.
And of course, seeing Joe Benny Corona, of all the players that could have opened up the scoring for SD Loyal, facing a 1-goal-to-none deficit, of course you would pin it on him, knowing how much this has meant to him and to all of these guys.
You know, I listened to Colin Martin talk about once the news broke and saying, you know, the players kind of knew it for a little bit longer, obviously, than the rest of the public did. And he said it was weighing on, but they were going to go out and they were going to have this chance to finish things the way they wanted to. And there was this great opportunity to be had at the end of this season, and so far they're taking advantage of it. Flag's going to stay down here. And Grant Stoneman back on the defensive end. Stoneman breaks it up, one of those Team 1 guys, those 7 players here all 4 seasons.
You know, it's interesting because it's lower division soccer, right? And as much as we've come to learn and love everything that the USL Championship has to offer, you know, it's probably a pretty nomadic lifestyle for the majority of players who play in this league. I don't know what it's like in other cities, but I know when you see Charlie Adams and you see Grant Stoneman and you see Colin Martin and you see Elijah Martin, who unfortunately can't dress tonight. I did see him before the match. You know, you think, and I'm probably missing somebody, but, you know, you think about it, these guys have become part of the fabric of the community, not just for this sport, but part of San Diego.
Conway firing away here, looking for his 11th of the season. But you're right, that's part of it. I mean, going back to the pandemic, where they were volunteering at vaccine clinics. They're out in the community. They're out in the community. There was that community video they played for Andrew Basiliadis before the match here, listing off like 50 organizations they've been involved with here in San Diego, reaching out to folks, and the players have been part of that.
I remember volunteering at Rady Children's Hospital as well. That's where I first met Colin Martin. That's where I met Grant Stoneman. And I remember Jack Blake, who's not here tonight, but we know how much an important part of this club he was. And meeting his wife and thinking, you know, it's probably unfair to compare it to the other professional sports, right? You know, the Padres or NFL football or NBA. But I just remember thinking how impressed I was that you had these players, you had almost all of these players out there volunteering at Rady Children's Hospital, cleaning, like disinfecting at a time in 2020 where we were still not quite like, what is this? And these guys are disinfecting different zones and helping people, checking people in, making sure that they were going in the right line so that they can get their vaccine. Like, I've not experienced that. I've seen a lot of great work in the community from other clubs. I don't want to say like from other leagues and other sports. So I'm not saying the Padres. I'm just saying like I've never seen that level, and it was inspiring. It's what helps you connect with these guys and this club.
Oakland still with another cross. Always dangerous into the 18. We've already seen one today. This is a long-range volley. It's just tipped away. Koke Vegas over the crossbar and high.
What a save from Koke Vegas. Wow.
We'll get a look out here before the corner.
Right-footed shot, tailing away. Full extension, wow.
One's headed wide again, another opportunity for Oakland. So it gives us, Darren Smith, a chance to talk about Koke Vegas, who has changed the way this league looks at keepers because of how far up he plays. But it's going to take opportunities like that to do what San Diego hopes to do into the postseason.
Sure, and we love the way he plays. It's so fascinating to watch. He's the only goalkeeper I've ever seen who has a heat map.
Yes.
Not just for playing around the 18, but for playing almost near towards midfield. And when the football lines, the gridiron football lines are out here, you can see him. He's wandering around the 40, 45-yard line, which is hilarious. But you're right. Obviously, he's the key to almost everything Loyal wants to accomplish.
Colin Martin, Camden Riley, Adrian Perez, who has been fantastic this season. Up that wing-back roll. Perez with a little bit of cross here. Looking for Conway. And to the near post, Corona, who already has one, goes off the post, nearly the brace.
Tell you, one of the true unsung players this entire season for us has been Adrian Perez. We talked about him on the Always Loyal podcast so many times. Consistently, if you believe in player grades and what their rankings are, he is consistently, Jack, right up there, right across the board. Not lows, not high, but right consistently. He has truly been one of the unsung players of this club.
Now, I don't know who to pick for MVP of this 2023 season, but he is certainly in the running for it.
I would think so.
I don't know who that will end up being, and maybe that person hasn't quite made the announcement yet, given what is left to go. Colin Martin with room. And here is Perez. The left foot swings it in. But yeah, he is certainly one of those candidates here. And San Diego's had players who have stepped up in these kind of roles. Kyle Vassell, Josh Yarrow, you know, the players who have made these kinds of impacts. Miguel Berry, Rubio Rubin, you know, who've made these kind of one-year impacts for San Diego, in addition to all the guys who've been here all 4 years.
And I think the thing I like most about him is he doesn't have to fill out the stat sheet for you to understand that he's played a role in success for SD Loyal. You just look afterwards, he's not making mistakes, doesn't turn it over in awkward spots. Maybe, and not afraid to fire sometimes, you know, as a possession-based club. You understand what it is that Nate Miller and his squad are going for here. But I really like that every once in a while, Adrian Perez is okay taking a shot from 20 yards out. Saying, are you paying attention, goalkeeper? Because I'm going to put one in there on you.
There's Camden Riley, who's getting up slowly for San Diego, but is staying in the match. Riley, incredibly versatile, found a roll on the back line.
When it comes to our familia, we all have our own flavor and expression. At Tequila de Corralejo, we believe sharing our individuality is what makes gathering together so fun. Here's to those who stand tall and share their passion.
On to the 43rd minute. San Diego nearly had a fourth goal from Joe Corona. His second opportunity. He hit the post. Would have been a fourth overall for San Diego in this first half after they went down a goal to Oakland Roots. Jack Cronin, Darren Smith with you here. We're saying thank you to everybody who's kind of been a part of what we've done on the air these last 4 seasons. Darren, along with Jordan, hosting Matchday Live, and now the Always Loyal podcast. These 4 seasons, a night like this, I think, has turned into a celebration, knowing that there is more work to be done as well, but it's turned into a very celebratory night.
Well, that's the most important thing about tonight, is picking up 3 points, securing a home playoff match, something we had to dig deep mathematically to figure out on the Always Loyal podcast.
Well, here is Perez with that shot, just as you described. A lightning bolt from outside the 18, and that's number 4 for San Diego.
And right up into the supporters, understanding the moment, appreciating what tonight is all about. Might have been a celebration you could have seen in June, but it means something even more tonight from Adrian Perez.
What a strike here. He's got plenty of room to roam and pulls up and whales one in to the top shelf.
A little bit of fuzz on that one. Have we ever seen 4.5? We better get Sean Kelly.
Yeah, where's the virtual stat man?
Where's the virtual stat man in Qatar?
Incredible from Perez, his 9th of the season. And when he's not setting up the attack, he is creating it and finishing it himself.
Well, Jack, listen, I know we're into stoppage time here in the first half. I just want to take this quick opportunity to say to you, you have been such a great representation for San Diego Loyal. It has been such an honor. I have so much gratitude for the opportunity to work with you wherever it is, but especially in this setting, especially given the circumstances of 2020 when there weren't many of us here at Torero Stadium. I don't know that I've ever had an opportunity to feel like you were really delivering something that people needed given the terrible circumstances of 2020. And it's just been an incredible experience. So happy for you. And again, is it sad? A little. But I walk out of here tonight filled with so much gratitude for the opportunity to be a part of this, especially the opportunity to work with you.
I appreciate it, buddy. I mean, Darren and I worked together, folks don't know, for 20 years.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a guy I look up to, and we've done it in many different ways. We've had on the radio, on TV, on the internet, we've done everything. And for 20 years now, this is a very cool thing to be a part of.
It is. And, I don't say this lightly. And it's truly one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. And I am so thankful to have been a part of it.
That's what these 4 years have meant, and I think a lot of people in the stadium feel that way as well. Camden Riley, just off the injury, by the way, up the right wing.
Well, here's to 4 more in the second half. Because if you're going that direction towards the supporter section, I would say those guys are like, guys, don't forget about us here. We would like to celebrate with you as well. It's not, we have a home playoff game to protect, but we also want to make sure that we're rewarding those guys on that side because they brought it all night.
We're into 2 minutes of stoppage time. San Diego with 4 goals, could have been 5, as Corona went off the post. Joe Corona starts things off. Ronaldo Damos with a brace in the first half, and then Adrian Perez finishes it off. That'll do it for our first 45. Darren Smith, thank you.
Jack Cronin, thank you.
Darren Smith, Jordan Caruth, Amani Walker joining us here. In the second half, we'll be joined by Shannon McMillan, our Hall of Famer, and our first captain for San Diego, Sal Zizzo. as well.
Shannon's birthday today, by the way.
That's right. We say happy birthday as well on the other side as we go to our halftime break. Our thanks to our great crew here in San Diego in our first half as Loyal come back from a 1-goal-to-none deficit and they come back with 4 goals of their own to take a 4-1 advantage at the break. Ronaldo Damos, Adrian Perez, Joe Corona, San Diego fighting for that home playoff match and well on their way. Our first 45 in the books with 5 total goals in San Diego.
Adventure awaits. USC Credit Union is now Blue Peak. From buying your first home to booking that bucket list trip, we're saving for your golden years. Blue Peak is here to support all your life adventures, and we've been doing it for more than 85 years. Today, we are proud to serve broad and diverse communities and deliver the personalized service you deserve. So go ahead, blaze your own trail, and become a Blue Peak member today. Visit us online at bluepeak.com.
And yet another diving save by Koke Vegas. What a game, huh?
I don't know. I'm so worried about my investments, I can't think of anything else.
You know, you should let the professionals at Lucia Capital Group handle your investments for you.
Lucia Capital Group?
That's what I said. They've got investment advice and more right here in San Diego.
So I can let them handle my investments, and I can actually pay attention to what's going on the pitch.
Yes, you can do your job. Look out!
Lucia Capital Group. Investments, planning, and more. Go to lucialoyal.com.
This tiny payment thing is a giant pain.
Hi, ladies. Alex from US Bank. Can she help?
How about a comprehensive point-of-sale system that can track inventory, manage schedules,
And customize orders?
That's what US Bank Business Essentials is for. What about a new oven? Can US Bank help us there?
We can serve loans in as fast as 12 minutes. That would be a big help.
Huge.
Jumbo. Ginormous.
Woo! Woo! Finding ways to make your business boom. That's what US Bank is for. We'll get there together.
This is why. These kids, these happy, healthy kids, they're the reason Rady Children's Hospital in San Diego was the first in the world to use ultra-rapid whole genome sequencing to diagnose and begin precise treatment for a critically ill baby in just 13 hours, taking a family from desperation to treatment. Because at Rady Children's, your kids always come first.
4-1 San Diego at the break. Our halftime coverage is brought to you by Blue Peak Credit Union. San Diego down 1-0, back to lead at 4-1 here at Torero Stadium. It's a celebration tonight at this facility, this home of 4 years for San Diego. And our hero of the match, also a celebration for Yeoman Second Class Darius Guess of the United States Navy. A native of San Antonio, Texas, Petty Officer Guess graduating from Veterans Memorial High School and completing initial training at Naval Station Great Lakes, Illinois in 2020. He's currently serving here at Naval Reserve Region Readiness and Mobilization Command in San Diego. We say thank you to our hero of the match, Yeoman Second Class Darius Guess of the United States Navy. San Diego a 4-1 advantage in this second to last contest of the regular season. And the last home match, still playing to be decided around USL. How about the youngest player ever as well? 13 years, 7 months, 13 days. Congratulations to Sacramento, Davian Kimbrough, and everybody involved there. What a story for USL. As we look ahead now, there's just 1 week left to go in the USL Championship beyond where we are tonight, which is Saturday evening the 7th. 1 match tomorrow, then we go into Friday, Saturday, and the whole slate next week. And Orange County won huge for the Western Conference standings. Phoenix and Colorado as well, right in the mix. As we decide who is hosting and who is going to the postseason. All those teams bunched up in the Western Conference. San Diego leads at 4-1 over Oakland. This last guaranteed home match at Torero Stadium. Well on their way to getting one more here on ESPN+.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Halftime coverage brought to you by Blue Peak Credit Union. San Diego leads at 4-1 over Oakland Roots in this final regular season home game. And if they win here tonight, they'll be guaranteed a postseason match as well here at Torero Stadium. First half highlights are brought to you by the Rincon Tribe. And for San Diego, it was an early deficit. Oakland scored first in this matchup. It came in the 13th minute. A long throw in. Zamani Walker was describing these set pieces for Oakland, very dangerous, and they immediately strike in the 13th minute, as they have done many times in the past, both here at Torero Stadium and up in the Bay Area. But just 4 minutes later, Joe Corona and San Diego would respond, as Loyal were right back in the match from the 13th minute to the 17th minute. San Diego came right on back and then immediately took the lead. Blake Bodley, his second assist in this first half, and it was Ronaldo Damos who put San Diego ahead, only to then respond as well with his second. Those 4 goals all happened in 11 minutes of game time. 4 goals in 11 minutes. Adrian Perez would add the final strike to make it 4-1 San Diego and celebrate with these great fans. Loyal with just a 52-48 possession number. They lead USL at 56% possession on the season. And our virtual stat man, Sean Kelly, says they score on every shot on target in that first half. 4-1 San Diego out in front as we get set for our second half here at Torero Stadium.
This is why these kids, these happy, healthy kids, they're the reason Rady Children's Hospital in San Diego was the first in the world to use ultra-rapid whole genome sequencing to diagnose and begin precise treatment for a critically ill baby in just 13 hours, taking a family from desperation to treatment. Because at Rady Children's, your kids always come first.
Adventure awaits. USC Credit Union is now Blue Peak. From buying your first home to booking that bucket list trip, we're saving for your golden years. Blue Peak is here to support all of your life adventures, and we've been doing it for more than 85 years. Today, we are proud to serve broad and diverse communities and deliver the personalized service you deserve. So go ahead, blaze your own trail, and become a Blue Peak member today. Visit us online at bluepeak.com.
Lucia Capital Group is a proud sponsor of the San Diego Loyal, and we've been loyal to the San Diego community for more than 40 years. Investing is complicated. Lucia Capital Group is here to devise a customized game plan for you designed to kick your investment strategy to the next level. On the soccer field, you can't win without a plan. In the investment world, your strategy is your plan. Do not get left on the sidelines. Lucia Capital Group, investing, planning, and much more. Go to lucialoyal.com.
Each day, I commit to strive and to lift, knowing hardships will come, but I will persist like the sun, rising though knowing it sets. I will rise and win the day. My day. Symbiotica. Win your day.
San Diego Loyal is grateful for all its community partners, including Ronald McDonald House Charities of San Diego, providing a home away from home. The families at Rady Children's Hospital, the YMCA of San Diego County, is the largest YMCA association in the country. San Diego's YMCAs serve nearly 400,000 residents across the county. San Diego Pride, a community organization distributing over $3 million. Its mission to foster pride, equity, respect for the LGBTQ serving organizations across San Diego. The Chicano Federation programs and services and the Chicano Federation of San Diego address San Diego's most critical needs, including affordable housing, childcare, workforce and youth development. Junior Achievement of San Diego County. Elementary students in the McGrath Family Junior Achievement BizTown connect lessons learned in the classroom to real-world application. Armed Services YMCA serving active duty junior enlisted military service members. ASYMCA and San Diego Loyal have distributed food to hundreds of military families every month. Humble Design San Diego, a nonprofit interior design company. Humble Design helping families, veterans, individuals break the cycle of homelessness for good. And, of course, Rady Children's Hospital, an SD Loyal partner since day one. Rady Children's Hospital in San Diego continues to provide an unprecedented level of care to every single one of its patients. We say thank you to Rady Children's and to all our community partners here for the San Diego Loyal the last 4 years. San Diego leads it 4-1 here at the break. And I've got plenty of things to go through from the virtual stat man, Sean Kelly, who, as we thank people for being part of our broadcast the last 4 years. Sean Kelly's been there since Team 1 as well. First time in consecutive home games that San Diego's put up 4 goals or more. We're only at the half. A 4-1 win against Monterey Bay, and now 4-1 in the first half here. San Diego put up 4 goals in the first half of the Colorado Springs game on the road earlier this year, back on July 14th, in what turned out to be a 5-0 victory, but had only the 1 second-half goal from Elliot Collier. So San Diego's already done this the second time this year, putting up 4 goals in the first half for San Diego. And 5 is the overall record, dating back, obviously, to that Colorado Springs game, but then the Las Vegas contest from 2021 for San Diego, in which they beat Lights 5-1 in that one as well for Loyal. So some early fireworks in this one, as San Diego lead it 4-1. 2 goals from Ronaldo Damos, who has 12 now on the season. Second all-time single season mark, 5th all-time scoring for Loyal in team history. Joe Corona had the first strike, the equalizer for San Diego, his 4th for Loyal, and he nearly had a second one as well that went off the post. Adrian Perez adding his 9th of the season for San Diego. There is what was unveiled just prior to the match. The rallying cry of the supporters in San Diego as Loyal lead it 4-1. And we're ready for our second 45 here tonight. It is our pleasure and our honor to be joined by Andrew Vasiliadis, the chairman of this club. The thank you video that was played beforehand, I think, sums up what we have been trying to say now for quite some time at the end of this season. What did you think of that before the match?
I was completely caught off guard. I should have seen it coming when they said, come do the coin toss and bring your wife and your child with you. But that was definitely not on my mind the entire time. So it was just an incredible moment of love, and I appreciate every sense of it that was said. It was just a beautiful moment.
Are you feeling pretty good? You know, I saw you on social media today saying, you know, there's a lot of celebration and nostalgia, and there's also some work to be done in this one. And the first time put up 4 goals goes a long way toward possibly doing that.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, I had said in that video when we had to make that unfortunate announcement, there will be time to mourn. And I felt like that was what was really going on a little bit online in a good place. People were sharing love and their moments about the club, but we're still present. We're here. We have something in front of us to fight for and win for, and that's special. And we should be enjoying this moment and being present here.
And San Diego did that in the first half to a 4-1 lead. Andrew Basiliadis is with us. Shannon McMillan is on deck as we celebrate these 4 seasons and look ahead now to the possibility. We already know that San Diego's in the postseason. The question is, where will that first match take place? And San Diego's trying to secure a return trip here to Torero Stadium. Evan Conway, an early look for San Diego with momentum. He's taken down just outside the 18, and it'll be a card early on. We're in our first 30 seconds of period number 2. Well, as we examine this set piece opportunity, Andrew, when you look at a sold-out stadium, I know we've got business to attend to, but as you look out here at this stadium, these players, these fans, is there something that jumps out at you?
Yeah, it's the same thing that's jumped out at me every time we're here together. This is a uniquely San Diego experience. It's probably one of the things I'm most proud of. I love our other sports teams here in town, and we rally for those teams in wonderful ways. But there is a vibe here and a way we do things that is so unique to our community. And like I've said before, a reflection of who we are. And so that's what I feel in these moments.
All right, let's take a look here. Charlie Adams, Joe Corona. Corona already has a goal and had one off the post.
I think it's Corona here.
All right. Just outside the 18. San Diego a 4-1 advantage coming out of the first half. And Evan Conway drawing what was a card against Oakland to set up this free kick. It will be Corona.
Oh.
It's just Corona.
Oh, over the back. Wow.
Just over. Could not miss by anything less. Wow. Well, he's had those kinds of opportunities here tonight. Andrew Basiliadis is with us. And you brought the uniqueness of this club. What I tell people about it these last 4 years is that everything was done right. From the early launch to weathering the pandemic, to taking the stands that were taken by this team, to the on-field product, to the atmosphere in this match day. To me, everything just felt like it was done right. I think that's a tribute to you guys, and that's part of what we say thank you for.
Oh, thank you. You know, I get to take a lot of credit for a lot of hard work by a lot of individuals in this club. But being authentic, doing things the right way, not cutting corners, has provided an incredible experience. Being honest, being transparent, all of that has helped this be the best that it could be.
And so there, you know, this forum here for you now to have the opportunity as Oakland drives again into the 18 where they are so dangerous, just crossing over, and it's going to be Bodley who sends it out for a corner to give the opportunity for so many platforms, which you've done, to be that transparent, to have those messages of folks. What do you say here as we go into the playoffs and beyond?
I'm just so grateful for everything that the community has provided me. You know, we talk a lot about what the club has done for the community, but if I could be selfish here for a moment, I've grown so much as an individual. I'm a better father, a better man, a better friend, a better family member because of the work that I've done here and the way that the community has supported me and believed in me. And so just a thank you for everyone who bought in from the beginning and for those who joined along the ride. I always said once you came through the turnstiles here, you'd fall in love with what we have, and I believe that to be true. You know, unfortunately, this thing has to go away. People will have memories. Players will move on, but I also think the way we treat people and how we made them feel will be something they always remember.
That's an amazing statement, and that's, Andrew, thank you. That's what we say up here, and this is it's not over.
Can I say one last word? just specifically to you, to Shannon, to everybody who has elevated this broadcast. I don't mean disrespect to other broadcasters around the league, but there's nobody who does as well of a job as you have done with this group. You have elevated us, you have amplified us, you bring in professionalism that is unmatched. And I'm grateful for the work that you've done for the club, so thank you.
Thank you.
And everybody who's joined you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Andrew Vasiliadis joining us here. We say thank you, and his words are absolutely true. With a franchise, the guys, by the way, our production staff has just chimed in with their thank yous as well. The way that this club has operated is embodied by what Andrew just said, which was the ability to make people feel the way that they do around this club. So, Andrew, thank you, buddy.
Thank you, Ian.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
There's Andrew Vasiliadis, chairman of this club here in San Diego, who we say thank you to tonight, as they did. And if San Diego plays way back here, back in another postseason matchup in San Diego. We'll see that in a couple of weeks. Andrew Vasiliadis here. And again, as I said, our folks who have produced our broadcast here, John and Justin, who did it for 4 seasons nearly as well. Big thank you to our folks and the Vista crew and everybody who produced and was on site here for us as well throughout all those broadcasts. Well, the person that Andrew was really talking about as he mentioned that is Shannon McMillan, whose birthday is today and who is a soccer Hall of Famer. And we finally got to come up here. It's Colin Martin, crosses for Damos, looking for a third, why not? Fires away. And we'll eventually go back to keeper. Shannon, welcome back in. How are you?
I am well, thank you. It's big shoes to fill after having someone like Andrew, who is just an incredible human and who has made this journey over these last 4 years possible. So I'm, as always, thankful and gracious to be here.
Really, I mean, this is, it's been 4 years, Shannon. It's been a great experience. It's an honor of mine to have worked with you and to be able to do something during the pandemic where we didn't know what was going to happen many times.
Yeah, I mean, you've been a great partner. I've learned so much from you, and to think that, you know, just 4 years ago we were doing this with no crowd.
Right.
And it was weird to we were the only voices here, to tonight where it is a sellout, it's loud, it's passionate, the energy has been unbelievable, it's palpable. So it just speaks volumes to what this club has done, and we're so thankful for that.
And Shannon, your title, I mean, folks obviously who know now, and by these 4 years, they might have known it at the beginning, but Shannon has been working with this club as the person who goes in the community and represents this club here in community outreach. And that has been what is such a big part of these last 4 years. So that's a huge tribute to you, to these players, to this front office, to make that a priority.
Yeah, and
I'll take it away, Bodley. He'll have a go at it, Bodley. Is taken down.
I would love Ronaldo to get another hat trick tonight. But, you know, it just speaks volumes to the fact that, you know, I started here on the soccer side with Landon, who I'll forever be grateful to as well. And then Andrew and Ricardo said, you know what, we want community relations to be its own freestanding living department. It asked me to come in and be the head of it, and I've been very fortunate to have a great team, and Russ Thompson, who handles the military side, and Kyla Coogan. And we just every day wake up figuring out how we can grow loyalty and live true to our values and just continue to make an impact in the community. So I pinch myself with all the amazing stuff and all of our amazing community partners, from Humble Design, Junior Achievement, the YMCA, Chicano Federation, Ronald McDonald House, ASYMCA, Rady Children's, San Diego Pride, all organizations led by incredible humans who day in and day out make the ultimate impact in our community. So to be able to partner with them and just have that be my job, it's been an amazing journey.
Mentioned Ricardo Campos, president of this club. Me and Warren Smith leading this organization. We say thank you to Ricardo as well. Here is Riley, who's on the end of the cross. And Ricardo, who I've seen, he's in the stadium tonight. He's around as doing his usual whirlwind tour of Torero Stadium. And a huge thank you to Ricardo.
And he is my birthday buddy. It is also his birthday. So massive, massive happy birthday to club president Ricardo.
Well, what do you think of this crazy first half?
It's awesome. I think it shows the growth in the maturity in the club, because in years past, games past, when they were down 0, you just felt the energy be sucked out of them. But to respond so quickly and jump up to a 4-1 lead, I don't know if we've ever had a lead bigger than that at halftime. And all amazing quality team goals. It just speaks volumes to, you want to peak at the right time. And Ronaldo catching fire is massive for the club. And like I said, I haven't seen this club respond like they did tonight.
So Ronaldo is having a different season right now.
Yeah. He, you look at someone like an Adrian Perez, who's been on fire all season. To me, MVP of the season, and Ronaldo's found his groove. And as a striker, when you find that groove and you're hot and almost everything you're hitting's going in, it's massive, especially when playoffs are on the line and home field's on the line and you're rolling into the championship.
And as we've talked about here, he's someone who's already done that.
Yes.
Literally 2 years ago did that for Orange County.
Yeah, and he was a nightmare for us when he was playing for Orange County. So to see him find his stride here now in the Torrey Green is very exciting. And you got the stalwarts like Colin Martin in the midfield, who's so solid and so underappreciated. Charlie Adams, Joe Corona, and Guido, what a midfield. They control the midfield. So it's really exciting to see it start clicking on all cylinders at this time in the year.
Charlie Adams with a huge stop there. He came up a little bit slowly afterward, but he made a huge stop, a clean tackle, and came up a little bit slow. So we'll keep an eye on Charlie, but who's been the captain for San Diego for now 2.5 seasons. And that midfield that Shannon mentioned with Alejandro Guido and Colin Martin, and now you add in Joe Corona, and the 4 of them can rotate the 3 at a time coming through. It's just added to it.
Yeah, that depth is so important because it is such a long season. It's a long grind. Everyone's going to pick up injuries. You're going to go through the highs and lows of winning and losing. And when you have the depth and you have a Corona, like tonight, Guido being able to get some much needed rest and having him fresh and healthy for the playoffs, it's all great stuff. And that the guys have all embraced those roles and realized they support each other and want to be there for each other and help each other.
Pair of substitutions for Oakland. Memo Diaz and Lindo and Feka are both on for Roots. They replace Babacar Njai and Johnny Rodriguez, came in as leading scorer for Oakland with 12 on the season. That great bicycle kick goal against San Diego 2 years ago, but he's been subbed off here. So it's a 4-1 San Diego advantage with 2 more subs for Roots.
And Oakland's been that team for Loyal who they've struggled to beat in times like this. So it's exciting too, and if it stays this way or even gets better, it's a statement win for Loyal and shows just how important the 12th man is here from all the supporters and the support of the community, and how important to have that home field for playoffs is.
Well, and that's what the ultimate prize is now. Now that things are on the line for this franchise, that is the ultimate prize. And being able to play in this kind of atmosphere again, and possibly even more than once, never know what happens, that's the ultimate prize.
Absolutely.
This is going back the other way. Ronaldo going off that possible second hat trick in 2 home matches.
Yeah, why not? When you're on fire and you're scoring goals like you are, you're gonna, and I think that's his last hat trick. He left everything out on that field. His 3rd goal was incredible. The run he made, he was exhausted, had nothing left in his tank, and he's putting that same effort in tonight.
Conway trying to step in front. It calls to Ronaldo. Back up. Conway. Out for Martin. And San Diego just had so many opportunities.
And you got to feel for Oakland's keeper right now. All the supporters are behind the boards, right behind the goal, as if their energy in the stands up above wasn't enough. They would love nothing more than to Loyal find a goal right now.
That is through traffic. Yeah, some of these supporters have been able to come down to the field here. It's really the first time we've seen such a thing at Chirrero Stadium. The overflow, because of the 6,000 seats here, the overflow capacity coming right up to pitch side. Good cross in from Oakland.
And my son's actually a ball kid down there somewhere. I'm a little worried about him lost in that craziness. but I'm sure he's singing and chanting along with them.
Oakland putting together a spell of possession. It was actually pretty close in the first half, possession-wise. Ronaldo with another chance.
And that's the thing with Oakland, too. They're not a team that's just going to roll over and give up. They still have fight in them. They know they're fighting for a playoff, so they will not just think this is over yet. Plenty of time out there.
Ronaldo stays on. And we've got an injured Oakland player, so we'll momentarily pause. And it will give San Diego a chance to send in 3 subs here. So Shannon, this is part of the rotation for Loyal as we head toward the postseason.
And the one that catches my eye is Nick Moon. Someone who, again, got struck with an injury early on. He has fought and worked so hard to get back this season. To see him getting more and more minutes each game is a positive for Loyal, especially getting ready for the playoffs. So you love to see him come in. Guido's coming in and Mo Shaban. I mean, when that's your bench, things are good.
Nick Moon, Alejandro Guido, and Tumi Mo Shaban are coming in for Adrian Perez, Joe Corona, and Charlie Adams. What a line change for San Diego.
And they're getting the standing ovation. They know what these players have put into this season, this club. But when you can sub in 3 players like that, that not only keeps the bar level, but and fresh energy is going to raise the bar as well to finish out this game.
Alejandro Guido from Chula Vista wearing the captain's armband now for San Diego. One of those guys who's here all 4 seasons in a Loyal jersey, joined late in 2020. Scored 2 goals immediately upon coming here. And the Chula Vista native has been one of the great leaders of this club.
And he wears the number 10 because Landon picked him. Landon knows the value of what the number 10 jersey means, and to have Guido get that honor of the first and only number 10 for San Diego Loyal
I didn't think about it.
Something he will cherish forever.
The only player to wear the number 10 for San Diego.
He better have one of those hanging in his house somewhere.
There you go. Shannon mentioned Nick Moon returning. It's his 2nd game back, played very little in the last match, but did get in, which is great to see, off the injury for San Diego and on the wing for Loyal. So he, along with Bodley and Perez, there's the depth in the wingbacks for San Diego, with Moon returning for Loyal. And of course, Tumi Mo Shaban, who's the all-time leading scorer for this club with 24 in his 4 seasons with Loyal.
Yeah, Toomey time. You always love seeing him out there. And for Nick Moon, the wingbacks of Bodley and Perez have done so much work throughout this season. So it's nice to have Moon back to start getting his fitness built up and to be able to relieve Bodley and Perez a little bit.
Here he is, Toomey, who Sean Kelly points out was also a sub in that very first match back on March 7th of 2020. And now coming in as a sub here in this one for San Diego in virtually the same part of the game.
And he's the ultimate team player. Whether it's coming off the bench, a starter, you always get the same Toomey. No attitude, just willing to work, willing to do whatever it's going to take for his team.
Oakland with the build up. Guzman there to clear things away. Guido. How about this to stay with it?
Smart play by Toomey there. Sees the defender closing him down, takes the hit, spins and puts his body between him and the ball to maintain possession. He's just such a smart player on and off the ball.
Guido's first appearance in San Diego was a away contest at Las Vegas. It was September 2nd of 2020. He then had the brace against Orange County that first season, coming over from LAFC and then staying in San Diego to help lead this club. Been trying to sneak things through. And it's going to go out to San Diego.
That was a good build-up there for Oakland, but Stoneman able to shut it down and Bodily able to get it out. But Oakland, if they can find a goal, that energy momentum will completely flip. So Loyal want to make sure they keep the scoreboard the same, see this game out, and have back-to-back statement wins at home.
Get a whistle here and a restart for Oakland. And that first half, Shannon, incredible. 4 response goals, 4 unanswered from San Diego.
Yeah, it was electric. And like we said, a great response to give up that early goal and to just stay true to task in the game plan and score really nice goals.
Here it is, sent in by Oakland. It's a long look and it goes wide, so it'll be a goal kick for San Diego. Well, Shannon McMillan, thank you.
And it's been an absolute pleasure. I told myself I'm not going to cry, but I cannot thank you enough, Jack. Thank you to everyone out in Florida producing this. It's been an amazing journey, and I'm so thankful.
Me too. Thank you, Shannon.
Thank you.
Shannon Mack, our Hall of Famer here, who actually has work to do here in the stadium. She actually has a real job that she actually has to do instead of having fun with us up here. Well, what an honor it is to work with Shannon McMillan and do that. And again, our folks in our production staff have done an outstanding job for 4 seasons. Say thank you as well to Shannon McMillan. And so to close out our broadcast tonight, you know, it's fitting that we close things out perhaps on the air with a guy who was the first ever signing and first ever captain for this club here in San Diego. Its 4th season, its final home match. We say hello and thank you to Sal Zizzo.
How you doing, Jack?
Hi, buddy. What, you enjoy those first 66 minutes?
Yeah, that was wild. I mean, I came here and saw Oakland score that early goal, and they've kind of been a thorn on our side for quite a while, but I mean, 4 unanswered goals like that and beautiful goals. Damus playing really well, Bodily playing really well. So many guys are winning their battles out there.
San Diego's put in some reinforcements as well here. Guido, Moshoban, Moon all entering the contest. And bringing guys like that off the bench too, with the depth.
Yeah, that's amazing depth right there. I mean, all those guys are starters in the long run and on most teams. So I know Loyal's trying to figure out right now kind of what's their best combination going into playoffs, and it certainly looked really, really smooth the first 65 minutes.
Oakland building things up here. Trying to fire this one into the top of the 18. It's kind of how they scored that early goal. And Moon's able to sneak it out. Look at this from Moon.
Yeah, it's going to be key to get Moon going into playoffs here. But how about Adrian Perez coming in off the right side to his left foot?
Wow.
He's had a great season.
He's been a huge standout for Loyal this year. Nice move to the touchline. Crossed in back post. And Colin Martin will clear it away. Damus. Ronaldo a chance. Across midfield here. He's going to wait for some reinforcements.
Yeah, smart there to just hold it. Didn't really have much else in the attack there.
Well, Sal Zizzo, let's take people back to 2020. How did you, as the first signing, as a San Diego native, come here to this club?
Yeah, it was a really special feeling for me. Kind of full circle as a kid growing up here in San Diego, and dying for that professional team to kind of go to and be a fan of, and then for that to be created, unfortunately in the twilight of my career, but it was really cool to be the captain and the first signing. I mean, it was an honor, and it was a strange year. I mean, 2020 obviously is probably a strange year for everyone, but our first inaugural home game was right before COVID. So I mean, we got to play that game in front of amazing fans, and then after that it was pretty much a shutdown. So it was a long way to get you know, the fans back at Torero Stadium, but you know, it was really cool to continue playing, you know, during that season towards the end there. And yeah, it was just a special feeling, you know, as an individual, as a kid growing up in San Diego, to be able to represent San Diego on the chest.
And I imagine you and I have talked about this on the air, but the guys like Duran Ferri and Xavi Nulati, who are San Diego natives, have got a chance to sign with the senior club. Those are the kind of things you're talking about.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. I mean, those are all guys that have succeeded, you know, growing up in that youth system in San Diego, and there's plenty of guys that have that capability. And you know, CJ Fodry now, another one who scored a goal in his first year with USL, who ended up playing locally at San Diego State and doing really well his freshman year and got drafted into the MLS. So tons of talent coming out of San Diego here. I don't expect that to stop, but actually probably improve with the likes of San Diego FC coming, and obviously what Loyal's kind of built.
Well, Shaban on the rebound, high. Well, Ronaldo going after that second possible hat trick.
Yeah, that he's coming into form towards the end of this season.
What a difference he has made here of late.
Yeah, gets it on his right, just tries to curl it in the lower corner.
Incredible.
Toomey just couldn't keep it down with his right foot.
That 2020 season too, I mean, you're the captain of that team. The stands and decisions that were made that defined all 4 years for this club as well. And that's, you know, that's what this club will be remembered for as much as anything that happens here on the field.
Yeah, I mean, and it's pretty remarkable. A lot of the guys that, you know, were here from day one, there's still a huge core group of players that are performing at a high level and still here. So I think, you know, that first year really set the tone and set the base, and now they've kind of built off that, and hopefully they can make a little run here in the playoffs, and I don't see why they couldn't. I mean, you got guys like Colin Martin, Charlie Adams, you know, Guido towards the end of that first year, Grant Stoneman, you know, Morgan Hackworth, and I'm probably forgetting a few, but tons of guys that have been here from the start, and not only on the field do things the right way, but really good people overall. And I think that's what the goal was, you know, a lot of the time when they signed some of these players, where, you know, you don't want just good people, you know, good soccer players. You want to build a community, a core group of players that can set the standard for the rest of the group, and they did that with those guys.
Well, you mentioned something interesting here in that San Diego, for all the depth that they have this year, it's now that the playoffs have been secured and they are less than 20 minutes away from securing a home playoff match, what the rotations and lineups and minutes and all that looks like here for the San Diego Loyal.
Yeah, I mean, they're just trying to find the right combination. You know, not necessarily, I heard Landon say this, and it spoke really well, is, you know, you can't always just play the best 11 players, right? You have to find the best combination that gives your team the best chance to win these playoff games, and it's a grind. Playoffs is a different animal. Getting that home playoff game is key. You know, another game at Torero Stadium in front of these group of fans, and you can bet it's going to be sold out. But even then, I mean, when they survive and advance, Loyal has a winning record on the road, and that's a telling sign of a really good team and a team that's going to be good heading into playoffs. So, you know, what a fitting story it would be to end the franchise with a USL Cup.
Let me ask you about that in a second here. A couple of substitutions for Oakland as Trayvon Reed and Tarek Morad, a former member of San Diego Loyal, come on for Oakland Roots. Jesse El Cedeno coming off as well for Oakland. So 2 substitutions for Roots here as we are into the 75th minute. 15 to play and a 4-1 advantage for San Diego. Great movement up front. Moon leaving it for Conway. Moshaban, Toomey, right to the near post.
everything just clicking for Loyal right now. I mean, the player movement looks so fluid. They know where guys are running before. All I can say is the chemistry is just, it's the best way to describe it. The chemistry is just clicking right now.
Good looking counter from Oaklanders. Reed, who just entered the contest a second ago. Reed, 2 good moves and tried to go down inside the 18. So what do you think then, moving forward here? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, they have as good a chance as anyone. I mean, there's probably six or 7 teams in the USL that really can realistically win a lot of the time, and they've got some tough competition, but you know, it's kind of like, why not us? You know what I mean? I mean, they have all the players, they have the ability. They've come up short in their first 2 playoff matches before, but something special about this year with everything happening and, you know, the team ending. I think it could be a really fitting ending with the USL Championship.
Blake Bodley taking over the single season assist lead for San Diego this year with 9. He had 2 in that first half. He comes off, and one of those guys, Salcizo, who's been here all 4 years from day number 1, is Morgan Hackworth, who came on. And Hackworth has been a guy who has done everything asked of him. And he started in 2020 for a lot of those games, came off as a reserve here for many more. And in that contest where San Diego came back on the road against Monterey Bay, he had perhaps his best play, that assist to Xavi Nulati.
Yeah, and it's cool to see Morgan and Xavi, 2 guys that necessarily don't get on the score sheet, kind of combine for that. And Morgan's what you call a professional. I mean, he does things the right way. He's a perfect locker room guy, and he can play. I mean, he's got great running ability. He can run for days, and everyone on the team loves him. And another piece of him is he can play so many positions on the field, and he's so beneficial to a team and the chemistry and the core you try and build with the team.
Went to 2 college cups during his playing days there, and then came here for San Diego. Now 4 seasons with Loyal.
And another thing I'll say, it's not easy as a professional soccer player to, you know, always be that guy coming off the bench or always being the sub, to always kind of grind and practice and know, you know, no matter how well you do, sometimes it's really not going to matter. Here you see Conway.
Boy, stayed with it, didn't he?
But what Morgan does well is he always puts his head down. He works, he never complains, and because of that, you know, he's going to make a long professional career. There's teams that really appreciate that, and there's coaches that appreciate that. And he's always going to be a part of winning teams with that mentality.
Hackworth, Conway, Guido, Martin. Some very familiar names to San Diego the last 4 seasons. Well, great to see Morgan Hackworth get in here for San Diego. Again, off a great assist against Monterey Bay. It was a huge game down the stretch. It turned out to be for Loyal, given the amount of points that they need. And it's only going to be tonight, if this result holds, where they clinch the home playoff match.
Yeah, and what an important goal that was. I think everybody here in Section 109 wanted that, and so it's really cool to see the Loyal responding in the last regular season game.
Well, you spent some time out there. The feeling is to bury the team with the cup.
Yeah, I like that idea. That sounds great.
That's the rallying cry here at the end of the season. By the way, Sean Kelly says it's 53 appearances for Morgan Hackworth for Loyal. Ton of games.
Yeah, that's a lot of games, and I bet you he was a substitute in maybe 40 of those.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's key. I mean, he's a key piece to this team, and what they did for the last 4 years.
Guido, what a move out wide. Moshaban. Toomey ahead for Ronaldo. Ronaldo into the box. It's just batted away. It'll be a corner for San Diego.
Goalie did well to cut that angle down. Ronaldo didn't have much space there for the finish. But the Loyal still flying here. They want more.
Well, they'll get a corner out of this. You're right, close down the angle. And there'll be a sub for Oakland, as Luis Saldana comes on for Roots. Here's the corner. Guido plays it short for Toomey. And back for Hackworth. Sending it in. Conway on the receiving end. It just goes to keeper. You can buy the SD Loyal gear here. Everything's on sale. Kits, the Charlie collection, all the designs, the last 4 years. It's all at the SD Loyal shop. Online at the shop.sdloyal.com or in person in Mission Valley for the shop. Everything there for Loyals. We head into the playoffs now, which are in the next 10 minutes. Going to be guaranteed coming right back. And we've had Darren and Jordan on here tonight, but you can download still the Always Loyal podcast. All the episodes are available, telling the story here the last 4 years, coming out of Match Day Live, and then into the Always Loyal podcast. Anywhere you get your podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, Apple. Subscribe, rate, and download the Always Loyal podcast here today. And that will continue through the postseason for San Diego. All right, foul outside the box. And a restart for Oakland. Here it comes. Into the back post, and heading in. Oakland will take their second in the 82nd minute. So it's another set piece. They had a long throw in the first half, and now the short corner, long free kick.
Yeah, and Koke Vegas so close to saving that. I mean, he got a hand on it. Just snuck into that left post there.
So Oakland with the opportunity. It was Anwar Pelaez who got his 8th of the season.
Yeah, and Oakland
obviously. They're giving it to Clemente, okay.
Yeah, and Oakland obviously really pushing for this last playoff spot. Kind of did the opposite of what they did in the past. Usually coming in towards the end of the season with a lot of wins, but they started off hot this year and have cooled tremendously. So they're really trying to put together maybe the last 10 minutes to see if they can get a result out of this one.
Never underestimate the journey of a champion. Because most champions are seldom celebrated. Palomar Health. Champions of healthcare. Champions for you.
San Diego leads it 4-2. Here's Ronaldo. Leaves it back for Guido, but a whistle. And it's going back the other way. All of that after the goal was scored. Nate Miller picked up a yellow card, the head coach for San Diego. He'd been asking for a substitution before the free kick and was not granted it, and was arguing that was given the yellow card for San Diego. And then Loyal did make the sub right afterwards, so Michael Shilaka is on. And obviously, given what is happening in the Middle East, we are thinking of Michael and everybody involved in what is happening there. But Michael out of professional ranks in Tel Aviv coming to San Diego. He comes on as a substitute in the 85th minute. And San Diego leads it 4-2. San Diego trying to clear, and they do bring it past midfield. Into the 85th minute. There is Shilaka. Toomey. With Michael, the overlapping run, he cuts it back. Toomey. Against 3 defenders, he's got it back.
That's typical Toomey there. A lot of touches, quick touches. Ball bounces his way there. Brilliant to keep possession. That's really all Loyal need right at this point. I mean, yeah, still attack, still have an edge, but at the end of the day, keep the ball 75% of the time. You should be all right to close this game out.
We'll see who they credit the goal with, but for the moment it goes to Emre Clemente, the former member of San Diego Loyal, who has scored in the past against his former club. Here is Michael with a cross. Conway leaves it for Toomey. And there's that possession, Sal.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, you're winning a game 4-1, now 4-2, obviously, and you see Toomey get fouled, and you just want to keep pushing because it's so easy and it's there. But at the end of the day, a win's a win, and you just got to play it simple sometimes.
Well, after a hat trick in the last home match, 2 more goals here tonight. Our Palomar Health man of the match is Ronaldo Damos, who had a couple more chances as well, even beyond his 2.
Yeah, I mean, he could have had more. He's a dangerous player, and now that he's heating up going into the playoffs, it couldn't be better timing. A few years back with that run with Orange County, he was so instrumental for that team. He's going to look to continue that this season.
If he can heat up. San Diego will be in a very good spot heading into the postseason. All the way back for Koke Vegas, who has made some remarkable saves tonight, even though that last one just got by him.
Yeah,
wow.
That save in the first half, where he tipped it over with his right hand, right in front of the locals. Pretty unbelievable. May have been one of his best saves of the season.
I was just going to ask you that.
The ball was struck so clean and looked like it was destined for the upper corner, but
he was able to scoop it up. I mean, he scooped it over the crossbar.
Yeah, it's perfect timing to lift his arm and tip that over.
I mean, for that to occur here after what he's done too, I mean, for us to be saying, hey, that might be one of his best.
Yeah, and he's been so great this year, but even the previous years, obviously we've always raved about his footwork and his, you know, possession ability. But having him in between the sticks is huge, especially going into the playoffs.
By the way, San Diego's backup keeper is a former member of Oakland Roots, Taylor Bailey, who made 4 appearances for Roots last year and was their starter when they were in Nisa, is here just because Duran Ferry is on national team duty on the youth national side for San Diego. So Damos is the one who went down momentarily for Loyal. Ronaldo will come off and will immediately be eligible to come back in, which is great to see. Referee had made the motion that he stopped the clock during all of that. This is an offside call. It's going back to San Diego. So we're into the 89th, but there will be some stoppage time. Well, Sal, you look back now 4 years. I know there's playoffs now on the horizon, and if this result holds, to be home playoff matches. But what are you taking away from 4 years?
I mean, San Diego Loyal has just been so instrumental, not only, you know, on the field, but everything they've done for families, for the community of San Diego. You couldn't have asked for a better club to represent this city. You know, it's sad that it is ending, but they've left a legacy with the city and the community that I don't think will ever be forgotten.
Sent in by Koke Vegas, and you're a part of that. As a guy who brought immediate legitimacy to the club, signing as a local player, guy who'd been in the Bundesliga and had success in Major League Soccer to sign here for a club like this when nobody knew what they were was an awesome part of that. So we say thank you to you, and to be a leader during everything that was happening in 2020. Pandemic was happening on the field. You're a big part of that, man. So we say thank you.
No, I appreciate that, and it's an honor to just be a part of it and be a part of this club that did so many things the right way. You know, and these fans really are really the backbone of soccer in San Diego, and they're going to continue to be the backbone of the teams that, you know, come through this city and developing the soccer community, and it was started long before Loyal, and it'll continue to grow. And so Loyal has a very big part of history when it comes to, you know, soccer in San Diego, and I think no one's going to forget that.
That's very well said. We have added 5 minutes of stoppage time on here, so we're going into at least the 95th. Oakland has brought one back late in this contest. Roots still fighting for a playoff position. Even a draw would be huge for Oakland. And Ronaldo is going to pick up a yellow here.
Yeah, he's in a bit of shock for that. I don't see much really there. It might have just kind of been the reaction, to be honest, of the Oakland player that, yeah, he does come in a little late, and, you know, it is the 92nd minute.
Carried into the box here, dangerous look all the way through, and Vegas comes out to it.
I think that might have iced it right there. Had that gone in, may have gotten a little nervy towards the end there, but.
And now Vegas can take some time, clear everybody out. We're in 5 minutes of stoppage time. Here's Guido. Carried across midfield. He's just going for the far flag. But Guido carries it well. How about that? For the Chula Vista native.
Another, you know, San Diego product, along with Joe Corona, that, you know, I'm sure experienced very similar feelings to what I experienced, you know, signing for their local club. And there's something special to be able to play in San Diego in front of your friends and family. I mean, it's where you grew up. You start getting people coming to the game that didn't see you play till you're 18.
Oh my goodness, how about that from Guido?
That would have been a nice way to cap off this game, and for Alejandro Guido there, unfortunate.
But you're right, that's the experience. That's what these.
Yeah, that's really what it's all about, and that's what's so special about playing in your home city is even when you're away, you know, you represent San Diego to the fullest, and to be able to come back, like I said, and just have people that haven't watched you play since you were, you know, 16, 17 years old to come back and start recognizing you on the field, and you're like, oh, wow, I haven't seen this guy in, you know, 15, 16 years, so it's pretty special.
Stoppage time. Oakland. Barbier with the cross. It was Michael who headed it away. Ackworth with a chance. He'll drag it down to the far corner and out for San Diego.
I want to say thank you to you, Jack,
Thanks,
as well.
buddy.
It's been an excellent 4 years. Last 2 years with me.
Awesome.
In the booth from time to time.
Awesome stuff.
True professional at what he does.
Thank you, buddy. This is fun.
It's been an honor.
A great Vista crews, all of them, Justin Cohen and everybody involved, John, our producer here this season. Just a huge thank you from us in San Diego to our Vista folks. They have held it down 4 seasons, including the pandemic. True pros, and we say thank you to them as well from our folks here in San Diego.
Absolutely.
This is going to go to Oakland, so it remains with Roots. That's going to go all the way through. That'll do it. This journey's not over. San Diego's returning to Torero Stadium. And the USL Championship title will, at least in part, come to America's finest city.
Great way to end the regular season for Loyal in their 4th and final season. Awesome to see this place sold out as well. Some of the locals down more on the field level today as well, I've noticed.
Yeah, they were able to get down.
And rightfully so.
Well, Nate Alborea, who was also part of our team at the very beginning, the PA announcer at Torero Stadium, has just announced that Sunday, October 22nd, is the playoff match at home. 7 p.m. Sunday, October 22nd is the home playoff match for San Diego. Don't know what seed they'll be yet. Don't know who they'll play. They still have one more after this against Las Vegas on the road. And Sal, everybody in the front office, everybody still with the team here is coming out onto the field to do the San Diego We Are chant, which I know is a huge deal for these players.
Yeah, it started, you know, in that first year. It really started kind of towards the beginning of that second year, but it was always talked about that we wanted to do that, you know, and then obviously COVID got in the way, but it's really grown here, and I think it's a good relationship with the fans and the players.
Well, save of the match might be save of the San Diego career for Coca Vegas. It's presented to you by AleSmith Brewing, and this is incredible from Vegas. How about this save brought to you by AleSmith?
Yeah, the ball just curving away from his body, moving in one direction, able to stop it, jump back in the opposite direction.
Amazing. Our assist to the match is brought to you by Lucia Capital. When you're reaching for your financial planning and investing goals, Lucia Capital Group is there to assist you every step of the way. Lucia Capital Group, wealth management and investing service for all loyal San Diegans at lucialoyal.com to get started here tonight. This was coming into tonight the only guaranteed home match they had left here at Torero Stadium, but there will be at least one more, and it will be on Sunday, October 22nd at 7 p.m. right back here.
Yeah, and how awesome is that? I mean, I know this is the last regular season game, but hopefully, like the locals said, let's bury the club with the cup.
So everybody who can is out there now from this front office, this team. For the San Diego We Are chants at the end of these matches. Win or lose, they've done it every time. And Sal, how about this?
Yeah, that's awesome. It's really cool to see. Especially with the fans at the field level.
Stuff. We're back to wrap things up here in San Diego. The final is 4-2 Loyal at a return trip coming here to Torero Stadium. It'll be in the postseason. We're back to wrap it up next.
When it comes to our familia, we all have our own flavor and expression. Some are bold. Others are complex. Some are, well, a little spicy. But at Tequila de Corralejo, we believe sharing our individuality is what makes gathering together so fun. Here's to those who stand tall and share their passion. Salud.
How's the chicken?
Oh, the prawns are delicious.
Oh, I have a shellfish allergy.
One prawn, very good.
Did I say chicken wrong?
Tired of people not listening to what you want?
It's truffle season.
That's okay.
Never enough truffles.
How much are they?
It's a lot.
Oh, okay. I'm good. That.
It's like a priceless piece of art.
Enjoy.
Or when they sell you what they want?
Yeah.
The more we understand you, the better we can help you. That's what US Bank is for.
Huge relief.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm most proud of is the fact that we've always stood up for what's right. The Rincon was the first tribe to have gaming, so it's really evolved into something that benefits everyone. Our people benefited, we're up out of poverty. The local surrounding communities have benefited, they get additional services that we never had. When you have the opportunity to give back and help, you should step up. It's a responsibility to help others like we were helped. We were given a chance, we're paying back.
San Diego tonight takes it 4-2 over Oakland, securing a home playoff match in their final season for Landon Donovan and this franchise. Founding head coach, general manager of this club, and now in the front office with San Diego as they get it 4-2 here tonight. Jack Cronin, Sal Zizzo with you. First captain and signing for this club, and Sal, it started off with Oakland actually in front here tonight.
Yeah, and similar to last year's playoff game. Nice goal, volley. Like you said, off a set piece.
Early set piece got the goal for Oakland, but then San Diego would immediately respond. This is 4 minutes later.
Yeah, and this was the response. A great ball from Bodley, and then Joe Corona, San Diego native, getting that goal. This was another great ball from Charlie Adams here, just bending away, and Bodley again finding a perfect pass.
Damos off his hat trick the last home match, getting his first one there, and San Diego was in front at that point before he would add a second.
Yeah, and all this just really just got the ball rolling. Here you see Camden Riley. Good little ball and a great finish from Damas here. Just hits it on the short hop. Doesn't have to swing too hard.
Adrian Pettis, who's had a wonderful year.
He has. He's really come alive. And this one really iced it. Coming in from the right with his favorite left foot. Not so much about placement there, but more about power right down the middle. Goalkeeper couldn't see it.
And yes, Oakland would grab one back here late, so it was a 4-2 final in the end. Oakland making it a little bit closer. When it was all said and done, San Diego victorious, loyal, up to 54 points. And it guarantees them a home match. Here are your final stats for this contest. Brought to you by iThrive MD, the official partner of San Diego Loyal. 15 shots, 7 of them on targets, and the 4 goals for Loyal. All right, here's the live bracket. This is not going to be finally what it is. There's still another weekend of play after this and some games going on tonight. But this is kind of ish what it might look like on both sides. San Diego would be the 4 seed at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it all looks manageable. I mean, of course, a lot of these teams are good and they all have decent shots of winning it. But as I said, if Loyal can get past this first home game, they have a winning record on the road, I think they can really make some noise.
So San Diego securing a home playoff match, which leaves a top 4 seed here in the Western Conference. And a great celebration on hand already here in San Diego. Sal Zizzo, thank you, buddy, for everything the last 4 years. Appreciate it.
Thank you too, Jack.
For everybody who's been part of our broadcast, we're going to see you for one more now. And Shannon McMillan now will be back for the postseason. But San Diego tonight able to celebrate getting the job done here at the end of the season. at least hosting in the top 4 after a 4-2 victory tonight over the Oakland Roots. Thanks to everybody who's been part of our broadcast who listened all the way back in 2020 when you couldn't be here, and to those who joined even as this stadium was packed the last 4 years. The journey is not over. San Diego will play again here at Torero Stadium. With that, the message. Heading in to the playoffs in the postseason with a 4-2 victory over Oakland Roots. Just one more left to go. It's on the road against Las Vegas, and then home here at Torero Stadium Sunday, October 22nd. For Sal Zizzo and our great broadcast crew, I'm Jack Cronin. We'll see you then from Torero Stadium.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.